Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business. Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. You know, usually during the show, I get to interview some of the biggest newsmakers in the gaming and casino industries. But this week, I'm going to be joined by the House of Cards executive producer, Doug Weishuttle, and we're going to actually talk about some of the biggest news stories happening in the gaming and casino industry. Whether it be casinos, sports betting, iGaming, esports, the gaming industry is constantly changing, and Doug's going to pick a couple of the biggest stories that occur in the last month, and we're going to talk about them and see what they mean for the gaming industry. So when we come back, we're talking about some of the biggest gaming and casino news stories of the month. So stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards. Hey, Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards. I just got my dugout mug delivered, and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for House of Cards. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards with your House of Cards gaming report for the week of November 3rd, 2025. New Jersey's monthly streak of iGaming records ended in September. Even though the records ended, online casinos still generated $243.1 million in revenue, which is the fifth time in 2025 iGaming revenue passed $240 million. For September, total gaming revenue in New Jersey was $563.7 million, with over $80 million of that in tax revenue. Pennsylvania online gaming generated a monthly revenue of over $233 million in September. Combined total revenue generated from all forms of gambling, including fantasy contests in the month, was over $535 million. Tax revenue generated in the Keystone State collectively through all forms of gambling and fantasy contests in the month was over $227 million. And finally, Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City announced an expansion with its partnership with point-of-sale solution provider Signature Systems. Signature Systems will provide Ocean Casino with a new mobile ordering experience that will allow guests at the resort to order food and drinks from the beach using Ocean Casino's mobile app. Ordering drinks and getting them right on the beach? Can't wait for summer. Have any news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation? Send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on X at HOC Radio.
You're listening to the House of Cards.
Is that good? Do I want that?
Oh, yeah, you want that.
Well, fantastic then.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. This week, I'm joined by the House of Cards executive producer, Doug Weishattle, and we're going to actually talk about some of the biggest news stories happening in the gaming and casino industry.
Next exit up is something that's been sweeping the country, and I'm not talking about sweepstakes casinos. I'm talking about predictive markets.
Oh, yeah. I think I told you I'm seeing a lot of Kalshi commercials here in New Jersey.
I mean, we have Flutter doing the deal with CME Group. We just had DraftKings acquire Railbird. We have Truth Social doing a deal with crypto to do sports prediction markets directly on that app.
Yeah.
A lot of these deals that we're seeing, while they are predictive markets, a lot of them are staying away from the sports side of everything, which is where everybody's up in arms about all these different things. Polymarket's going to be coming into the United States, which is going to put a crimp in Kalshi's plans.
Well, look, one of these things, you're talking about the deals, first of all, and all the sports betting operators making deals. I mean, they have to. They can't. When the music stops,
and don't forget social
playing,
media.
They can't be without a seat. That's someone told me that. But it's one of those things where, look, I said this before somewhere else. I can't even remember where I said it. But look, these sports betting operators have investors, they have stockholders, and they have to do what's right and make money for their investors and their stockholders. So they have to make these deals. Whether they can implement these deals, I think that's going to determine of legislation in states and how if the federal government's going to get involved and how that's going to work. But they kind of have to have the deals in place. So, if they are allowed and if there's widespread acceptance of these predictive markets, then they'll be ready to go at a moment's notice. Yeah. So.
Well, I've been
the NHL just made deals with
NHL front and center, and the American Gaming Association questioned that deal because, again, predictive markets or prediction markets have not been quote unquote legalized
this
yet.
Is such a gray area. I'm sure if you're a state regulator, you're looking at this with, okay, what can we do? What are the limits on these predictive markets? What are the rules that they can operate by? I mean, it's just a big unknown right now.
And, places like, we're seeing all the pundits in the sports betting industry, the gaming industry saying the same things. It's all gray market. This could be the boom of a new boom era for these prediction markets, all that stuff. If you look on the other side, like the financial markets, a lot of the brokers are interested in becoming the bookies.
Sure.
Because of these prediction markets.
I mean, for years now, sports bettors were called sports investors.
Yes.
So,
well, that was when there was a question mark on the legality of that, too.
It's really blurring the line here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, like I said, if you're a state regulator or state gaming commission, you're trying to figure this thing out. I mean, what are the rules they can operate by? What are our... what are our tools to see if these things are operating in the up and up? I mean, we just had an NBA scandal. I mean, what's going on if these predictive markets get involved and there's no regulations to actually legislate against them or find out if people are safe when they're using these predictive markets?
There are no guardrails.
No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows.
And a lot of the investors see these predictive markets as a, I don't want to say an evolution of the investment market, but they see it as an outgrowth, as a segment of the investment market because...
Well, Europe has had them, so they know what they are.
Europe's been through all this already,
I mean,
and they've had their growing pains. They're still having growing pains over there because everything is changing with technology. But, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens now, especially, that last deal with Truth Social. Does that change the status of sports prediction markets in the United States?
Well, you got cryptocurrency coming involved now, too. Yep. So there's a whole... There are whole new rules and regulation and laws that have to be written, have to be debated and figure out where we're going. as a gaming industry, you know?
Well, places like Investors Business Daily, they cover a lot of this stuff because now it does involve investment.
It has to.
Yes.
You know, they have to do it.
And they brought up a survey, and I love surveys for this show because it's very interesting to see these results. Needham Investments did a survey of 1,000 consumers.
Okay.
It found that 57% of those 1,000 people plan to bet on the NFL in the season, which that goes without saying.
Sure.
I think that's a low number, by the way.
Yeah.
But of the 583 respondents, that's the 57%, that plan to wager on NFL games, only 17% of those people plan to use prediction markets.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, because again, it's uncertain, but you know they're testing the waters.
There
now
was
with regard to
an 8%
prediction
segment that said they do plan just to use prediction markets for NFL betting,
Sure,
because they see the better odds and also the ease of cashing out is better than what regulated sports books do. I don't like that. I mean, the easy cash out means there's less regulation. You know, there are more hoops to jump through when you get the approved
look at the
withdrawal.
other side. Look at the other. How about if you can't get your money out of a prediction market? I mean, who do you turn to?
Exactly.
What laws
That's
do you
the
look
other
at?
issue, yeah.
What rules do you point at and say you have to do this? So that's an issue for. I mean, consumer protection, you know, is a paramount issue, I think, for the gaming regulators. But they need the rules and regulations in place.
Well, the overall goal of the survey, and this is what they came up with, this was their conclusion. Prediction markets appear to be a supplemental platform, with the regulated markets being the primary platform for a lot of people.
Okay.
But I think it's really just going to depend on what you like seeing. I mean, if you like the way the prediction markets work, I guess you can just go ahead and go with them and take your chances.
If you talk to any bettor or any professional bettor, and they always say, shop around.
Yeah.
Get the best odds. And now this is other places they can shop around to. So, you know, you have to be protected when you put some money into something. Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards.
It's finally here, and we're so excited to show you this brand new addition to the Crimpit family, the Crimpit Wrap. Start enjoying wraps like you've never seen them before. No more contents falling out while you eat. Create these perfectly sealed, beautiful parcels and then heat them in your air fryer, oven, grill, pan fry, or even enjoy them cold. You can make burritos, calzones, enchiladas, pasties. The list is endless. You're only limited by your imagination. Simply place a wrap in the Crimpit device, add your ingredients, microwave for 20 seconds, fold it over, and crimp your snack into a perfectly sealed bundle of joy. Then it's time to heat it up any way you like. There you have it, a delicious snack like you've never seen before.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audion Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation, and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-457-0924 or go to audionhearing.com to get your pair of Audion hearing aids starting at just $189.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With private healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-733-6860. 800-733-6860.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Everybody is to leave here immediately. This cafe is closed until further notice. Clear the room at once.
How can you close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with House of Cards executive producer Doug Weishuttle, talking about some of the biggest gaming and casino news stories of the month.
First exit of the day, and it's something that's been talked about, and it's still developing. And that what I'm talking about here is this double NBA gambling scandal that's been going on. Some people have called this the inevitable scandal, and I think that might be the best way to describe it.
Yeah, you called it a double scandal because there are really two cases going on here. There's the sports betting part of it, there's the illegal poker games part of it, and it's just insane what's happening with the NBA.
Well, it's kind of interesting if you look at it. The sports betting one is one thing, but the poker side of everything, is the more interesting situation to me anyway.
When you start talking about illegal poker games and some of these players and coaches involved in it, or former players, and who's getting involved in it, and in the same breath you mentioned the mafia and the 5 families from New York, I mean, that's when you got some serious stuff going on here.
Well, you have over 30 people arrested, some big names, Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups. You have the Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, arrested for different things.
Yeah, okay. The Terry Rozier was the sports betting part of it. Chauncey Billups was the
poker part of it. I guess you can say it that way, the poker part. And it was very interesting, the wide-ranging scheme. All these phrases I'm hearing from everybody, wide-ranging scheme. We have mind-boggling amounts of fraud that was thrown out a couple times. Rigged poker games by the mafia. We have mafia people recruiting basketball people to bring in players to underground home games.
It's absolutely the technology being used. I'm hearing all this, and I don't even know if it's true or what's going on, or I'm sure a lot more stuff is going to come out, but these x-ray glasses and these marked cards and the shufflers that put the cards in a certain position, it's incredible. I didn't even know some of this stuff existed with the x-ray thing, looking through the cards and things like that. So,
well, I've heard the x-ray glasses before, but the one thing I thought was really interesting technology was that shuffler, delivering the cards in the right position.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's something I have to look into because I want to know what company made that. That's it.
I don't know.
Can you take a regular automatic card shuffler and develop it into a certain way, change the programming a little bit to do that kind of stuff?
I have no idea. I'm just... Yeah, and look, like you said, it's still developing. I'm sure we're going to hear more and more about what went on with both of these cases that are going on. But no, the NBA certainly has a huge problem. We always talk about, you have these programs and these processes in place to preserve the integrity of the game. Yep. I mean, that took a hit for the NBA right now. So,
well, going over to the sports betting side before we continue talking about the poker side, the NBA coaches that were involved. You have Billups, he's head coach, and then you also have an assistant coach.
Billups was the poker part of it.
I'm sorry, Terry Rozier, but you also had the coach, the assistant coach, Damon Jones. Who was part of the sports betting scandal.
Yeah.
I'm losing track right now, just trying to figure this out here. But Billups, poker, Damon Jones was part of the sports betting side of everything, giving out injury information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, I guess...
who would play a certain day.
Yeah.
See, let me tell you something.
There's so many
talked
things going
to a
on
lot
here.
of professional bettors and a lot of amateur bettors, I guess you would call them, or casual bettors. And, they tended to stay away from the NBA because it was so uncertain, because this whole thing of load management and who's playing and who's not playing and who's playing for a certain amount of time. So, it was a difficult sport to bet on because of the uncertainty when you go into a game. I mean, look, it really is really hits the NBA hard because, people were shying away from the NBA to begin with when we're talking about betting and things like that. But now, I mean, the NBA has a real job to do in saying, hey, you know what, our sport is clean now. It's the integrity of the game is preserved and things like that. So they have a tough mountain to climb.
I'm wondering,
convincing bettors and fans alike.
Well, I'm wondering if this is going to start the anti-NBA prop betting stance, because we already saw the NCAA going against player props for sports betting purposes for their players. Does the NBA have to consider that as a next step? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, look, I mean, I think they have to look internally and see where we can, prevent things like this in the future. I mean, they have to have programs there. To be in the boardroom in the NBA right now,
or the coaches meetings,
would be fascinating to see what kind of policies they're going to put in place and what kind of procedures they're going to put in place to weed out these bad actors that are allegedly doing this to the game. So it's going to be an interesting couple of months for the NBA.
And does this give Silver, added backing now? He wanted a federal oversight of sports betting in the country. Does that give him an opportunity to continue to push that point of view? I'm wondering if this silver lining of this cloud, Silver may get his wish.
Well,
down the road.
I mean, there's going to be a shakeup. I mean, this came at a time when a new element was just thrown into the industry, and that's the predictive markets.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure we're going to be talking about them, but you're having a set of platforms that almost don't have regulations and rules attached to them. I mean, how do the regulators of each state deal with these entities that are kind of on the outside of the regulated betting markets? It's going to be an interesting time.
Well, I'm wondering which scandal is going to hit the NBA harder. Is the rigged underground poker games, which have nothing to do with the games themselves, the sports betting part of all this?
When you talk about integrity of the game, it's the sports betting, because that affects the outcomes of the game, and that affects a fan's enjoyment of the game. That affects the professional bettors and and look, it was actually said by the federal government that one of the victims in this were the sports betting operators, the licensed sports betting operators, because the people were, and I'm sure they're going to be looking at this very closely, because they're the ones losing money, because people were profiting off information that shouldn't have been out there, or that was transferred illegally or inappropriately or against policy.
Well, don't forget they may have to return the bets that were made on those too. That even the sportsbook operators may have to return bets on some of these questionable situations.
Well, no. Well, the sportsbook operators were the ones losing money. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They're losing even more money by refunding bets.
Why would they be refunding? They're the ones who lost the
money.
Well,
all the questionable ones that were rigged. You got to look at.
Well, but they were rigged to get the bettors the money. So
the winning ones, the people who weren't in on the rigging. They got to look at those too. But first of all, before we get off this, I do have to say, great job by the sports books and the monitoring agencies, because if it wasn't for them being able to track every single instance of betting, we wouldn't have seen some of this.
Well, look, that's why in the next couple of months it's going to be fascinating, because this story is developing. Whenever you have these kind of offenses out there and these kind of allegations, the story gets filled in over the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months, and I'm sure we're going to hear more stuff about both of these cases that, it's going to be shocking to us. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg with regard to these things here.
Yeah, I just don't think we'll see Billups endorsing any shufflers coming down the road. Yeah,
that's bizarre stuff, man. Yeah. And by the way, you're making millions and millions of dollars. Why are you even playing around with this kind of stuff? If you're a professional athlete, don't go to home games.
Well,
if you're a professional athlete, don't make bets.
You don't know the situations outside the court.
I mean, this is, it's just one of those things that...
Hey, some of these players don't handle money well.
Apparently not. So apparently not.
But yeah, more's coming down the road, guaranteed.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards. Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand. Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In a moment of need, every second counts. So first responders, delivery drivers, and visitors can find your home fast, even in the dark. This is about more than just a number. It's about safety, visibility, and peace of mind. We created a house number that is not only a beacon of safety, but also a work of art. Crafted from durable stainless steel and waterproof acrylic, with efficient, low-voltage LED backlighting, it's uniquely yours. Choose from 6 sizes, 4 fonts, and 6 colors, and match your home's mood with bright, neutral, or warm white halo lighting. Add dusk to dawn, dimming and timing controls for complete command.
Every order includes free worldwide shipping, plus a 2-year warranty on lighted numbers and all powering accessories.
This is the ultimate home upgrade. A perfect blend of style, quality, and function.
Buy yours today.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Your Majesty, the royal wrestlers await.
I'll bet on the little guy. How much? 3,000 guineas, 2 geese, and a duck. That's a foul bet.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with House of Cards executive producer Doug Weishuttle, talking about some of the biggest gaming and casino news stories of the month. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, we just finished talking about these 2 scandals, talking about the, rocking the NBA world over there. We've got something that was kind of lost in the shuffle, though. Mm-hmm. And this exit, we're going to be talking about the NCAA, which has instituted the new policy of allowing student athletes to bet on non-collegiate sports.
By the way, I saw this story the same day that the NBA scandal dropped, so that was really poor timing from the NCAA to get this story out that day. I'm sure they didn't know anything that was coming down the road with regard to the NBA and what's going on there, but no, it just seemed... kind of like a weird time to see both of those stories on TV. So,
well, not to use a bad pun here, but this did get lost in the shuffle.
It did.
And
did.
They've been working on this for a while. And the NCAA, as everyone knows, has been doing the anti-prop betting stance for quite a while, and it's moving in the right direction for them.
And by the way, what's happening with the NBA might help their argument.
Exactly.
They can say, see, look what's happening. And with this new world of NIL deals, there's a lot of money being changed hands and things like that. So what's happening with the NBA might help the NCAA in their argument against prop bets.
Well, the NCAA is undergoing their own gambling scandal with all those multiple mid to small conference schools being investigated for some suspicious gambling activity there as well. So, the NCAA is not immune to the gambling scandals. Mm-hmm. What they have done here is very interesting in terms of, and this went through all the different voting bodies, the NCAA, the Division I cabinet, the Division III management council, all had agreed to this prior to this last bit of agreement, which was the Division II Management Council. Mm-hmm. For some reason, they were last on board on this, and they called this non-controversial legislation. I think they may want to take that phrase back after what's going on with the NBA.
Yeah.
But, right now what they're doing is, and this began November 1st. It got into effect November 1st. College athletes are still not allowed to participate in any NCAA betting. And they can't share any information for gambling purposes. Those are policies that did not change.
Yeah.
What they can do is wager on professional sports. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know exactly the limits of what they can bet on the professional sports side of everything. Can they do general betting? Can they do every aspect of betting? But it's a change in the way the NCAA is viewing sports betting.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, when we talk about student athletes, and look, they're legal adults, and they should enjoy all the benefits of being legal adults. I mean, they can vote, they can serve our country in the military, so they should be able to, enjoy everything that's legal out there. So, but one thing I want to see from the NCAA, I want to see the policies and the procedures that they have and the programs that they implement to really protect these students, number one, to educate these students, number two, about how, what effect gambling can have, and if there's a problem with regard to gambling, hopefully they have programs that could help students like that. So, saying you can place bets legally, and that's fine. Like I said, they're legal adults, but then you also have to have some support mechanisms going along with that, because that's one of those things that NCAA says, yeah, you can bet and wash their hands of it. I'm sure they're not going to do that, but I just want to see what policies and programs they have for the student athletes if there's a problem, or a student athlete falls under some problem with the gambling.
Well, they've gone out of the way to say this change in the policy is not an endorsement of sports betting.
I understand.
And it should not be understood that way either.
No, absolutely not.
They want to make sure, by the way, I'm seeing new phrasings.
They still have to put some programs in place and policies in place and communicate to the student athletes that this is gambling. This is what it's expected of you. And if you have any problems, or if you perceive any problems with gambling, here are some programs to help you.
Well, they are coming up with new phrasings here, and I like the new phrasings that they're doing. They what you were saying, the gambling harm prevention, they have harm reduction strategies they want to see implemented.
Good. They should.
And harm reduction resources made available to student athletes.
Excellent.
And, they're looking at this Committee on Competitive Safeguards and Medical Aspects of Sports and the Sports Science Institute for all these harm reduction strategies. By the way, I like that phrasing better than gambling harm. Harm reduction is much better phrasing, and it actually goes more to the point of everything anyway, because you're not going to be able to, once you start this up with the sports betting, and you're not going to be able to control it as good as you think you can. So they're going to have some aspects of this programming all ready to go.
No, absolutely. And I'm sure they are, and hopefully they'll enhance that. And I don't think it's great that they came out and said, look, this is not an endorsement of gambling, but and it's great that they have these programs in place, and they have to do an effective job of communicating how these students utilize these programs and these services for them. So good for the NCAA, but I want to see what programs they have, and I know there's a lot of groups out there that's talking to students and talking to student athletes about gambling and the problems that they could face down the road if it gets out of hand. But I'd love to see what they're talking about when they're talking about the what they call it again. How did they
harm reduction strategies?
Harm reduction strategies.
Nice way of phrasing it.
Yeah, harm reduction strategy.
It sounds like some kind of technical thing that
we got
engineers coming up with.
Our HRSs. We got to get them implemented.
Oh, what is this? Princess Bride with the RUOSs?
Yes.
Rodents of unusual size?
Yeah.
HRSs. But anyway, I'm very curious. Now, they said in the phrasing here, non-collegiate sports. Does that rule out Olympics?
Well, non-collegiate sports are professional sports. That's not
Olympics not collegiate.
I don't see. Well, they're professionals.
They're amateurs.
Well,
it used to be Olympic
not
or
anymore.
amateurs.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
So
NIL deal makes everybody non.
That's true too. But no, I don't know. It's one of the. See, this is where we're getting into
the weeds.
Well, no, this is where we have to see where the college and the student is located, because the state will make that determination. The state determines on what you can bet and what you legally can bet on in the state. So that's one of those things where, you were talking about, the predictive markets and things like that. I mean, the states have to say, or I would think the states would have some kind of say on what you can bet on with regard to these predictive markets. That's the problem we're facing now. Regulators are trying to figure out these predictive markets and what we can do and what we can limit them to. So it's interesting. I don't know.
Last note, the NCAA also made it clear that the rule change doesn't apply to marketing and advertising. Schools are still not allowed to partner with sports betting companies.
Okay.
So no FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM campus stuff going on. So
now I understand that completely.
But we'll see where this goes. I'm just wondering if this is a floor or a ceiling. Can individual schools go further than this?
Well, that's where the NCAA policy and the programs come into being, because they have to say what the guardrails are right now. Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards. Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand. Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audion Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation, and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed. Without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-457-0924 or go to audionhearing.com to get your pair of Audien hearing aids starting at just $189.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready. And health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-733-6860. 800-733-6860.
It's a casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Welcome to another edition of Beating the House. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're going to be crisscrossing the country, sometimes the continent, sometimes even the world, talking about the latest jackpots in the casino and lottery industries. If it's $100,000 or more, we will be talking about it on this show. Game releases, announcements, press releases, jackpot announcements, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. This week, we're going to be continuing our Thanksgiving Odyssey.
Okay. Odyssey, really? Okay.
I guess you could call it that. I didn't know how else to phrase it, but we've got a couple more games here. And like I'm joking around with the Thanksgiving stuff, but it's Thanksgiving and autumn that we're going to be doing because there are a lot of autumn-themed games out there as well.
I didn't know that.
All right. Well, Thanksgiving is becoming more popular with the slots, and autumn has always been a big type of game for lottery.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I'm starting to see a lot from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yes.
I think their mascot, Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, is at a tailgate party, I guess.
Really? They're putting him into the football too? Okay.
It's the football kind of thing.
Well, they're expanding
I don't know. I don't know
Gus.
what they were selling or anything, but I just saw Gus at a tailgate. So.
Well, a lot of lotteries do football-related games. I know they, for a while there, they had Monday Night Football. That was one lottery-type game.
Okay.
It was just a football-themed lottery game, E-Instant, that sort of thing. Pennsylvania Lottery is doing a lot of second chance with football themes.
Okay.
So that could be one of the things they're advertising for that. But here we have two games again this week. We've got an online casino and an online lottery.
All right.
We're going to start with the online casino. We're going to Caesars Palace Online Casino.
Okay.
And if you are going to sign up for Caesars Palace Online Casino, be sure and use our promo code Turnpike Launch. You get a $10 bonus upon signing up. You get a first deposit match up to $1,000, 100% up to $1,000. And you get 2,500 rewards credits.
That's great. That's great.
That's
and,
the key.
And
That's
you
the
get
key.
to try out the game that you're going to talk about. I'm assuming it's a Thanksgiving-themed game?
This game is More Turkey by Big Time Gaming.
I'm guessing it has. Does it have like a turkey gobble to it, kind of thing, or that kind of sound effect?
Or what?
It
has golden roast turkeys as some of the symbols.
Okay.
It's got all the Thanksgiving symbols. This one has a cornucopia, by the way. I know you mentioned last week.
I mentioned that last week. I was
Yes.
trying to figure out what was the name of that thing. I always, we always had that decoration in grammar school that we had up on the bulletin board. It's a cornucopia,
Yes.
turkeys and cornucopias.
I just remember having to put my hand down on paper and make a turkey out of tracing it and all that. But
there you go.
Here we have...
So it has cornucopias, huh?
Cornucopias.
All right,
It
look at
celebrates Thanksgiving with a fun and engaging gameplay experience.
That's hardcore Thanksgiving when you do the cornucopia.
Oh, yeah. And Big Time Gaming is known for not just good slot games, but really fun-themed games, too, as well. And Big Time has not let you down here with More Turkey. You got the players encountering symbols, like I mentioned, the golden roast turkeys. You've got the cornucopia. You got autumnal decorations all over the place.
Autumnal.
Autumnal.
Autumnal. Look at that. That's a good word.
Yes. And you've got free spins gambling that gets you up to 24 free spins. Basically, you win something, and you can actually gamble to get more spins.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That's
it's that sort of extra added feature. We're
Sure.
seeing that a lot more in a lot of
More
slots.
turkey. All right.
And
so, how do you find this stuff? I mean, do they send
I
you?
play 'em.
No, well, I mean, how do you find
This
them
one I
to
got
play
a press
them?
release from.
Oh, you got a press
Yes.
release.
But this
They
isn't
sent
this
you
isn't a
something.
brand new game. This is like
Okay.
a year old. But,
All right. Okay.
You know, it's one of those things. They send out these little notices saying, "Hey, try these seasonal games out." Boom, done.
I would guess also you can go to Caesars and they have a search bar, and I
Yes.
guess you can put something like if you want to play a Thanksgiving themed game, I guess you can just put in turkey or Thanksgiving or something
Well,
like that.
like I said last week, the three search terms I've been using: turkey, Thanksgiving. Those are obvious.
Okay.
Gobbler.
See, I wouldn't even know to use the word gobbler. It wouldn't even occur to me to use the word gobbler.
Well, that's what a turkey makes. The sound.
And I guess, what did you say? They sent you a press release?
Yeah.
So not everyone gets press releases from Caesars. So,
No, but this is a really nice game by Big Time Gaming. Beautiful artwork.
Okay.
Very fast moving. It offers up to, and this was in the press release, 117,649 ways to win.
Wow.
Yes. They also have a mega ways mechanic, which leads into the 117,000 possible combinations to win.
See, Thanksgiving is the day where I do play online casinos, usually, because, you're sitting there after you eat or before you eat or you're waiting around to eat and the football game is on. You might as well put on more turkey on your phone and win some cash.
And this was a very fun game to play.
This sounds like the perfect thing to play on Thanksgiving.
And it's got cascading reels, which means when you win something, they disappear and they fill in with other symbols.
I love stuff like that. Yeah, I love.
It keeps the game moving.
I love
it's
those
very
bells
fast,
and
too.
whistles
Yes.
and stuff like that.
But a very good way to start off the holiday season.
Oh,
you go Thanksgiving, leads right into Christmas. Big Time Gaming has some Christmas stuff too.
Oh, okay.
But that's a really good
So
game.
more turkey by Big Time Gaming.
And this was on Caesars Palace Online Casino. It's also on Horseshoe Online Casino and Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. Caesars.com.
So if you have a Caesars account, chances are
you're going to be able to play more turkey.
Look for more turkey.
Or turkey.
Okay, yeah. Search the word turkey. I'm sure this comes
it'll
out,
pop up.
so.
They give you a whole list of results when you do these search terms.
Okay.
Next up, we've got the Michigan Lottery. And here with the Michigan Lottery, please make sure you sign up with our code LOTTO21. Not only do you get their special sign-up offer, you also get 10 free games of Queen of Diamonds, which is an e-instant on there. So you get an extra added bonus when you use our promo code LOTTO21 when you're signing up at the Michigan Lottery website. Here we have, and one thing I have found out about the lottery games, they don't say who makes them.
Okay.
And it's very interesting that they keep that under wraps. But I guess it could be also in-house sometimes.
Sure,
but
could be in-house.
This one is Autumn Bucks.
Autumn Bucks. I guess you're talking about changing leaves.
Falling
and stuff like
leaves,
that.
matching symbols. You've got more cascading.
Okay.
This is another
Well,
cascader.
see, I would think, leaves falling down. I guess I'm assuming that's
the
what
leaves
you're
fall when you actually, win something again.
Okay, all
we
right.
talked about this with Spectacular Seasons last week.
All right.
But here we have a cascader. I guess that's how you phrase it, a cascader.
A cascading effect,
yeah.
I guess.
Well, they have cascading wins.
All right.
And you've got multiple ways of getting to bonus features. As a matter of fact, you've got, let's see, you got a pumpkin bonus where you pick a lucky pumpkin for a guaranteed win.
All right.
Then you have the autumn tree bonus where you actually get to pick falling leaves and coins coming out of trees. I don't know where the coins come from.
All right.
And then you have extra reveals in a different bonus game where the more they come up on the screen, the more you win.
Okay. All right.
So this is an e-instant. I can't call it a slot because lottery games are not called slots, but they are slots and just, in the basic sense of the word. These are lottery e-instant games, Autumn Bucks, and you get up to a $150,000 top prize.
Nice.
So,
okay.
This is kind of a fun game. I played the demo. And since I'm not in Michigan, I played the demo of it. And it was actually very fast-moving, very fun, good music again, good fall artwork as the background screen.
Mm-hmm.
The pumpkins look really cool even though they're not jack-o'-lanterns, they're just regular pumpkins.
Well, it's
really
autumn.
good artwork.
It's autumn.
Really
It's,
good artwork. Really good artwork in this. And again, different bonus features. That's the key. The more bonus features a game has, the more activity you're going to get on it.
So when you're enjoying your pumpkin spice coffee or your pumpkin spice latte, you can enjoy Autumn Bucks.
See, I have to admit, I'm not a pumpkin spice fan. I'm a pumpkin fan. I am not a pumpkin spice.
No, I don't drink that stuff, but it's all over the place now, man. October, November, it's like pumpkin spice everywhere.
But again, I am not a pumpkin spice person. I'm a pumpkin person.
Okay.
But pumpkin spice...
pumpkin pie. I mean, where else can you eat pumpkin?
But pumpkin spice is like potpourri. It's like you're drinking potpourri when you have pumpkin spice coffee. It's a different flavor than pumpkin. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's it for the 2 games for Thanksgiving this week. More Turkey by Big Time Gaming at Caesars Palace Online Casino and Autumn Bucks at the Michigan Lottery Online Lottery site. Both games, terms and conditions apply. Problem gambling, 800-GAMBLER. When you're on Caesars Palace Online, it's 21 and older. But the Michigan Lottery is 18 and older since it's lottery.
Oh, yeah. Same way in New Jersey. It's 18 and older. Yep.
We're going to start off our casino jackpot segment down in Florida.
All right.
As a matter of fact, we don't have that many jackpots or casinos to talk about where we have multiple jackpots at a couple places.
Okay.
And we're going to start off, like I said, in Florida, the Seminole Casino Hotel Immokalee.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Can I just say, you send me the notes before we start taping about what you're going to be talking about. Immokalee is one of those words that looks incredibly weird spelled out. I mean, it's just Immokalee. It's like, wow, okay.
Yep. It takes me a while to figure out some of these
Well, when I
names.
see my name spelled out, it looks weird, too. So it's just certain words just look
not as confusing.
Amazingly. It looks like an eye chart, for God's sake.
Not as confusing as Namakalin in Pennsylvania.
Immokalee.
But you have Namakalin in Pennsylvania. That's another one that drives me nuts, that pronunciation. It's Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But here we are,
Immokalee.
Seminole Casino Hotel Immokalee. Multiple jackpots totaling about $434,000. We're starting off on a Saturday with a player from Naples, Florida, playing the Money Link slot machine $20 bet, $123,550. Very next day, we have a Fort Myers resident visiting the Immokalee Casino, playing a Dragon Link, $5 bet, $165,067.18.
Wow, okay.
And then about 10 days later, we have another Naples resident going to play the Quick Hit Platinum slot machine.
Okay.
Haven't played that one.
I don't know. It's like one of those machines, you know it when you see it, I guess.
I think it's an old-fashioned 3-reeler kind of thing.
Okay.
Not sure. But anyway, we have no word on the bet size, but $146,116.29 jackpot.
What a string of wins at Immokalee.
Seminole casinos kick out everywhere.
I mean, that's great.
But, 3 days, 3 big jackpots.
Yeah.
Leaving Florida, we're going all the way across to Nevada for a couple jackpots here. We've got a couple hotels or a couple casinos with multiple one with a multiple jackpot. We're going to start off with the Strat Hotel Casino and Tower.
All right. We don't have that a lot.
No. As a matter of fact, they just recently changed their name. It used to be the Strat Hotel Casino and Spa.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, here we have the Strat Hotel
Spa?
Casino and Tower now.
All right.
For an Ultimate Texas Hold'em jackpot. Mm-hmm. Now we have...
That's a table game, right?
It's a table game, Ultimate Texas Hold'em. Yep. Now we have the winning hand here was also part of the BSX Triple Diamond Progressive Jackpot feature that's added into Ultimate Texas Hold'em at the Strat. $5 side bet.
Okay. That's where you get all the money.
Yes.
The side bets.
That's where you get it,
yeah. That's right.
You hit the qualifying hand. It's either a straight or a better. They didn't say which she got here, but she actually triggered the jackpot here, the progressive jackpot, the BSX Triple Diamond Progressive Jackpot, and she won $210,742.
Nice.
On a $5 side bet.
Wow, that's great.
No word on what the actual what it would have been without the side bet, but I'm always curious when
you're
see
there,
the side
you're playing
bet.
the game, do the side bet for God's sake, live a little.
Well, we're actually going to be crossing back over to our side of the pond here, or our side of the state, the country. We're going back over to Connecticut.
Okay.
Mohegan Sun.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So, before you even talk to me about this, I didn't read it. Like I said, you gave me the notes, but I don't read it. I just follow along with it when you say it. But when we're talking about Mohegan Sun, I guess they are the self-proclaimed hub of what was that slot?
Huff and Puff. Yes.
Is it Huff and Puff?
No.
No Huff and Puff. Okay.
3 jackpots totaling over $550,000. No Huff and Puff in sight.
All right.
But we do have a Wheel of Fortune.
Ah, okay.
That's the other one right there.
That's the other, Wheel of Fortune, Monopoly, the Buffalo always wins. So,
well, we're going to start off here in Mohegan Sun overall, Casino of the Sky.
All right.
We have the IGT Wheel of Fortune triple double diamond slot on a $2.50 bet.
Wow, okay. See, that's my speed. I like that.
$202,338.91.
$2.50, huh?
Yep.
That's what paid out. That's great.
Then we have a visitor from New Jersey.
All right.
Not one of us.
No.
Playing on the Ultimate X triple double bonus poker slot machine.
All right.
They were in the Casino of the Sky as well, playing $150 a hand, or a spin, depending on how you want to look at it, $241,200.
Wow.
Next up, we have an Ultimate Firelink Ultra Bank slot machine, paying out $108,386 on a $75 spin.
Okay.
So some good high bets there, too.
Yeah, well, I like the $2.50 one. That was a hell of a payout.
Moving from Connecticut all the way back over to California for our favorite place that has become really kind of commonplace on this show.
Now, we've been doing a lot of Thunder Valley lately.
Go.
Oh, is it Thunder Valley?
Yep.
Okay.
We have a dollar store machine on a $25 bet, kicking out the $177,885 super grand jackpot on the machine.
Wow. Okay.
And now this person went to the casino because he couldn't sleep.
Okay.
So now he's counting
there
money
you
to go to sleep.
All right. So
dollar bills jumping over his head.
Little insomnia helped him out, huh?
Exactly.
All right. Boy, what's Thunder Valley? Boy, last couple of weeks is churning it out.
Yep.
All right.
That's it for the casino jackpot. We're in our lottery segment, and we're going down to the Carolinas for both lottery stories today.
Both of them?
Yes.
Both Carolinas?
Yes.
Okay, North and South.
We've got a North Carolina education lottery.
Okay.
We've got a draw game. A $1 cash 5 ticket was bought for this story. Matter of fact, we don't see dollar tickets.
That's
here
what I
in
was going to
Jersey.
say. I think the big story here, it cost $1. Right? Everything in Jersey and I think Massachusetts, and certainly New York, everything is like $2 now. The cheapest you'll find is $2.
Yes, and this is another case of someone not being able to sleep.
Really?
They bought the ticket, $1 cash 5 ticket. Middle of the night, he woke up, couldn't sleep, so he checked the ticket. Found out he won $1 million, $1,022,795 jackpot.
Huh, okay.
Yes. So he couldn't go back to sleep after that.
Yeah, no, I guess he's not sleeping now.
Look, insomnia leads to big
I gotta
wins.
tell you, I'm here in New Jersey, and my cell phone is right next to my bed in the middle of the night. I never thought if I'm not sleeping, let me jump on the online casinos and check it out. But maybe I should. It sounds like insomnia is good for your bank account.
Yes.
So.
And as a matter of fact, this win on the Cash 5 was the first Cash 5 jackpot exceeding $1 million for the North Carolina Education Lottery since August of 24.
Wow, okay.
So it's been over a year since they've given out $1 million on the Cash 5 game.
Okay, I'm going to try that. Not the lottery when I'm not sleeping, but the online casinos. If I pop awake like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and my phone is right next to me, maybe I'll try something. Maybe I'll work.
Try the featured games when you do that, too, because sometimes they're set to pay out a little bit better.
Oh,
times.
really?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Oh, okay.
Featured games when they're...
You don't know any inside information.
No,
You're just seeing observation-wise.
Observationally, when I see
okay.
a featured game, I actually play it and try it. Usually kicks out.
Really? Okay.
And then it stops. Then
All right.
you're done. Win something big, move on to the next featured game, and maybe that'll work for you.
Okay, maybe I should try the featured game thing.
Moving from North Carolina right over to South Carolina, we got the South Carolina Education Lottery. Now we have a woman who's been playing the same numbers for several months now.
Okay.
Now, they aren't
by the way,
her numbers, by the way.
When you start doing your numbers, and if you have set numbers, you kind of have to keep playing them, because the one time you don't play them, it's going to come out, and you're going to be like pulling your hair out for not doing the numbers that way.
Well, number one, they're not her numbers.
Okay. So she just...
And number two, she hasn't won on these. But she's been playing the same numbers over and over again for months. What it was, she did a quick pick.
Okay.
And instead of, going out and getting a new quick pick. She just kept playing the same numbers over and over again.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This was the Palmetto Cash 5, another Cash 5, by the way.
All right. Okay.
And after all this time playing it over and over again, she's already finally won, and already spent some of the money too, by the way. $140,000 jackpot.
Right.
She's going to get a new car with the money she just won. But again, it's unusual to see not somebody's lucky numbers playing it over and over again. This was a quick pick.
Okay, so the state gave her numbers, right?
Yes.
So she just kept using those
So
numbers.
the state may want some money back.
That's weird. When I get a quick pick, I just get a like the lottery slip. I mean, I don't get one of those.
You bring your old lottery ticket and you tell them play the same numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I never even thought of doing.
I mean,
that.
I don't know the difference between playing a quick pick over and over again versus getting a new quick pick, but
because
I guess if you like the numbers,
a lot of people have that, that card that you fill out and you just keep using that card. I mean,
she could have done it that way. I don't know how the Palmetto Cash 5 is played.
Okay.
You can either go in for a quick pick or you could probably fill it out yourself. So maybe since it was a quick pick here, she actually just told the cashier just do a quick pick and kept handing over the ticket.
Oh, okay.
Because that's happened to me a couple times. When I go in to hand in a ticket, they said, you want to play the same numbers again?
Oh, okay. I never even thought of doing that. Never even occurred to me.
I've just never seen it done with quick picks.
Okay.
But anyway, that's it for this week's Beat in the House. As always, we do $100,000 or more on the show, so congratulations to the winners we talked about. Congratulations to the winners that are out there that are under $100,000. There's a lot of them out there each and every week, so congratulations to everybody. And as always, press releases, game announcements, jackpot announcements, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. I'll be back next week with another collection of jackpots.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time with House of Cards.
Across the desert plain, you build a house of